What is up, guys? We are live here with Pro Play Tour Online Series Weekend Championship number 3. We have our top 8 competitors here. 2 of the best after 60-plus players. We'll see who walks away a champion. First place will be getting a round 1 bye. We are live here with Pro Play Tour. As well as an invite to the Free Players Championship happening May 9th through 10th. Remember, this weekend championship is going to be happening next weekend as well. This time with Eternity Code Legal and Mr. Simo and MBT joining us on commentary for this weekend, though. We have our lovely commentating team. Guys, introduce yourselves. You've been great all weekend.
Alrighty. Okay, so we are here, guys. It is the King of Scrubs here with Jam1TCG, courtesy of Pro Play Games, and we are here to commentate our top 8 match. We've got Bear Power against actually Dagger. We've seen both of these players on stream yesterday. Bear Power with Dagger actually piloting the Adamancipator deck that's just been so popular this weekend, and it's gonna be a good time. What do you think about this matchup, Jam1?
Yeah, what's up, guys? It's Jam1 from Jam1TCG, everybody's favorite Yu-Gi tuber and Frog Master. Yeah, it's been electrifying. These finals have been matches have been crazy, and we are now in the finals. And I don't know, we've been seeing a lot of Emancipators, we've been seeing a lot of Eldlich, but we've been seeing, like, what's interesting is twist on these decks. Like, there's some tech cards that have been making all the difference. Right there, as you see in the excavation, we saw Dark Ruler No More. And remember how strong that was yesterday? It was crazy, right?
Oh yeah, it swung games back and forth. We saw one player make their board, then the next player activate Dark Ruler, make their board, and then the first one who went first activated Dark Ruler No More, and it swung back in his favor. It was just a crazy day yesterday with that card.
That card is insane in this format. So as we see here, like we've got the board.
Yeah, I mean, we see the Adamancipator player. He's got Guardian Live, so he's not really fearing any hand traps at this point, and he's just kind of going off. We can probably expect to see a Needle Fiber come down here, which
sure.
We've seen this combo many times at this point. So I don't necessarily know what route he wants to take here, but it's definitely looking like that's the route he's going to take.
It's interesting too. Like, as I mentioned to you guys before, I've said this many times that I am not a believer too much of hand traps. It depends on the format, but right now a lot of hand traps are not that good, because as you see right here, he was able to put up his Guardian before anything matters. So like, he can't be Ash, he can't be Nibiru, nothing matters right now. He can just do what he wants to do, and that's what makes his deck so insanely crazy.
Oh yeah, for sure. Anything that can main deck outs to things like Nibiru or other hand traps like that, it's just insane. Now we are seeing the Jet Synchron come out, so we may end up seeing the Auroradon play, the Mechafana Beast.
Oh man, if you guys have not seen that play, it is crazy. Watch the replays, but I'm pretty sure you guys will see it today. That combo is insane. They end on so many monsters, it doesn't make sense. Like, all that off of one Jet Synchron.
Yeah, yeah. Come to find out, Justin Singh is the one who showed everybody that combo. That combo is nuts.
I think Jet Synchron might be marking for the ban list, guys.
That would be really sad.
I mean, that, or they can just go ahead and give it to Needle Fiber, but like, he just came out, so I doubt they'd do that.
So, Kinky Pink, it says face up attack position or face down defense position, so it's either one. He might have just messed up whether it was an attack or defense. We do have chat open, so we can talk to you guys. So if you guys have any questions, any thoughts about what's going on throughout these matches, we are going to be able to see them and be able to answer you. We want to try to be as, you know, what's the word?
Interactive as possible.
Interactive, yeah.
Also, too, if we don't see everything, guys, there is a lot of people in chat, and we also are trying to watch the game as well. So we'll do our best to try to get everybody. So be sure, I'm in the YouTube chat, and he's taking care of the Twitch and YouTube, I believe. So be sure you guys are watching and asking your questions.
Apparently, actually, Dagger is actually only 15 years old and from Germany. So he's showing that age doesn't matter in this game. So that's really exciting to see that he made top 8 here.
Oh, that's exciting. Yeah, like, I wish I was that good at this game when I was that age. Like, it took me a while it's a learning curve for sure, but age doesn't matter, guys. As long as you are learning this game, know how to read cards, and know the interactions, you can do some stuff.
Yeah, Zasaka, apparently what happened was when he summoned off a Doki Doki, he summoned the monster in defense position face up. The monster summons in either face up attack or face down defense. I'm assuming it was just a misclick on which position, but you're welcome to jump in there. Zasak is actually one of our judges for today, and he's actually in chat. Yeah, knowing how to read is hard for Yu-Gi-Oh players. I agree 100%.
Yeah. Sid, who's the other commentator with Jam, is King of Scrubs, guys.
Yeah, youtube.com/King of Scrubs. Just hit over 1,000 subscribers right before YCS Vegas at the 3v3. Hopefully, with everything going down, it's been a little bit rough for everybody. But if you guys want to check out my channel, it is on screen on our overlay, so you can definitely check it out. We are going to go ahead and see a scoop into game 2. Bear Power not going to be able to play through that board, it looks like.
It's unfortunate, like, and that kind of comes down to it sometimes. It's like either you can break the board or you can't, but it looks like he couldn't do it. And in this raid, I don't know if they've played each other already or maybe heard what they're playing, but maybe he just wants to deny his opponent completely from seeing what he's playing and have the advantage here with the side deck.
For sure, for sure. I do believe Bear Power is playing either Adamancipator as well, or he's playing Eldlich, if I can remember correctly. I believe that was the decks that we were looking at here. Both players having a really good showing yesterday. You actually needed no less than one law. I don't even know what I'm saying. Excuse, my English is terrible. Game 1 was won by actually Dagger. That was for our wonderful T.O. George from PPG. But yeah, no, so I don't even remember what I was saying. You can go ahead. I'm just going to ramble.
It's all good. Yeah, so here we go. We're starting game 2 here. Let's see what Bear Power decides to do. Is he going to take first or second? It's really interesting.
He take first.
Takes first. He probably just doesn't want to see that board happen again. Okay,
he's
on Eldlich. Okay, he was on Eldlich. Okay, we're seeing this deck. These are both the powerhouses of this format right now. Secret Slayers came out, and they have been secretly slaying everybody, honestly, guys. I mean, it's not a secret anymore, but these decks are super powerful. Oh,
so here is that Jet Synchron combo we talked about earlier.
Watch this. If he doesn't get stopped, this is insane. If he can't get stopped here, this is crazy.
Yep, this is... Oh, and he's got the Golden Lord in the graveyard. Oh... This is going to be a pretty great board. Now, we saw yesterday that people were kind of making a mistake here when it came down to using the Eldritch Lord after they did this combo. So hopefully Bear Power doesn't forget that once he has Herald of Arclight on board, he can no longer send cards from his field and graveyard to trigger the Golden Lord. So we see the Despot come out off of the Needle Fiber, and what's cool about this is Auroradon is going to summon 3 tokens, and Despot is going to be able to special summon from graveyard, which means he can use the Auroradon to attribute a token and itself to summon O-Lion from deck, and he's going to be able to end on a Borreload Savage and a Herald of Arclight, which is actually just wild.
It's actually savage.
So, we had a question in chat. What decks are being played? It is Eldlich versus Adamancipator, which is something we've seen a lot of this weekend. So it's looking like the meta's kind of shaping up to be just Eldlich Adamancipator format.
It seems like they're really the powerhouse. I don't know if it's because, you know, everybody's just trying to try them out, or if they're really, really just that powerful. From what I've seen, though, they're really insanely powerful. So, I mean, I can see why everybody is choosing to pilot them. We've seen some of the best players out here playing these decks, so that's how you kind of can tell right there.
Okay,
like,
so we do see that he is able to summon Eldlich from the graveyard before making the Herald of Arclight. So that's really good.
And Odin Lord is so like crazy strong. Like how he can just summon himself like a real zombie. Like you just send one and he just comes back out. Like that's so insane to me.
Yeah, for sure. So apparently I don't know how to read cards. You know, token Yu-Gi-Oh player here. He can actually send from field and it doesn't even matter. This card from hand is the one that he can no longer do. So don't mind me. I don't know how to read cards. I am a Yu-Gi-Oh player.
Much like us all, we all do this. So wow, this is a really strong setup, guys. So he has the Omni Negate here with the Herald. He has his Scarlet set up just in case he gets rid of the Lord, and he has another Omni Negate in Boros Savage, and these two unknown face downs, right? So wow, this is insane.
Fabs Gaming, the deck list will be up on ppgeventmanagement.com if you want to know where any of that is going to be. And I'm sure that Jam1 and myself will try to do some deck profiles for people via Discord and see if we can get those posted up on YouTube for everybody. Can I get a little bit more in-depth look on what decks were played and why each player played them?
For sure, if I can, if anyone's interested, let me know as well, because I'm starting to make more content again, guys. I know I took a long break, but
we're
due to
seeing
quarantine,
come down.
Hank. Oh gosh, is that enough though? I don't know. Oh, he can run over the hero. Here he goes. Run over the hero, then force a negate here.
So what I would assume is we're going to go ahead and see Conquistador probably come down here, but that's going to trigger the Pankratops to be able to tribute to pop a card, as we do see the Conquistador being activated. But is the Pankratops going to... what's the Pankratops going to target? Because I'm assuming it's just going to get negated by either the Borreload Savage or the Herald of Arclight.
I think his whole point here is just to get rid of one of those Omni Negates. So he's going to either target Borreload or the... to force one of the negates. Regardless of what happens, he'll have one less negate, and maybe in his hand he has something to break this board. Unless that's a set forever. If he has a set forever, then he miscalculated the negates that he'll have.
Yeah, so we are going to go ahead and see the Researcher activate. It is going to resolve, but I don't think the special summon effect is going. Its secondary effect is actually going to resolve here. Hey, overreacting to Pankratops, that's something we haven't seen in a while. All right, it's not weird champ. It's a little pog champ, if I want to say so myself. It's not weird
Pankratops
champ.
hasn't been played in a while. I mean, it's interesting to even see it in this like format, especially since it's at 1 right now.
Yeah, for sure. But somebody in chat said that it was a little bit weird champ on how we reacted to Pankratops. Look, it wasn't weird champ. It was a little pog, little pog champ. I'm not gonna lie.
All right, so looks like he's gonna try to combo here.
Indeed. I don't know how far he is going to get. We do see that the Borreload Savage has burned a negate. We do still have the Herald of Arclight negate, as well as 2 set cards, one of them being the Scarlet.
What's also interesting though is that, you know, because he couldn't clear the Herald, his plays will get banished because the Herald's continuous macro-like effect. So this is gonna be still very hard to play under.
Got a lot of people coming through chat here.
Yeah, good for you guys. I'm glad that everybody's coming through. Like, as I keep saying, you guys should definitely play in these. Don't just spectate, watch and play, because it's been so fun. Oh, there's the Forever. I knew he had one.
Oh,
there
well,
he goes.
Yeah, it's not looking good for our Adamancipator player here.
Not at all. And
yes.
if you guys aren't familiar, the Forever basically is an Omni Negate with this new zombie deck. As long as they have a zombie on board, they tribute it off, and then they can negate any of the 3 cards. So,
but ending on a Block Dragon here. Has he committed to his normal summon here? Oh, interesting. So Pending Sasora can actually come down because he banished everything from his graveyard. Being able to actually link off this Block Dragon and be able to get a search, he may be back in this game.
Yeah, Block Dragon is insane. It might do it for him, but I'm still iffy of what he can go from after. It really just depends.
Oh yeah, for sure.
if he has more extenders, he might be able to keep pushing, or he might have to end on a subpar board and hope that his opponent can't regenerate fast enough to do enough.
Yep, there. So he did not conduct his normal summon, meaning that Seeker can come down here. This Adamancipator player is back in the game. He is in main phase 2, so he's not going to be able to, push for lethal here, but he is going to be able to set up a board that I don't know that Eldlich might be able to break.
For sure, because he's gonna basically be able to go full combo. Because all he needs is about 2 cards. The only thing that I can see here, the only thing that I can really see coming down here is maybe a Nibiru. Like, if a Nibiru comes down from Bear Power, it may end up winning him the game here, but he has got to do it at the right moment to avoid having any of the issues of this Adamancipator player coming back. And here we see the power of Block Dragon. Oh my goodness. Let's
just search all the cards in our deck, right?
Disgusting. So you guys think drawing is broken, but how about search 3? Like, what?
Yeah, just let add 3 cards for my deck. That's fine. This is looking pretty crazy. It just shows how strong Adamancipator really is in this format.
Yeah, it's insane.
Like, because with access to Block Dragon at this point, he can continue to just combo and link off and do everything that he wants to do because he just has Block Dragon to be able to reset his hand every time. It's going to be crazy. Let's see.
It's more impressive, though. Like, look how he broke that board anyways. Like, wow. That is really impressive, to say the least. So it looks like they're thinking right now.
Yep, not a lot going on right here just yet. We do have players thinking about what they want to do here. At this point, I'm not entirely sure what Eldlich can really do. They do have the Scarlet still set, but I don't know that it's going to be enough necessarily. Ooh, was that a whiff? Did he just whiff?
Oh no!
Okay, no, he didn't. No, he didn't. He had Doki Doki. No, he didn't whiff at all. Yeah, that was pretty good.
So it looks like also the Eldlich player, because he did use the Conquistador, he'll have that to be able to search next turn. But I'm seriously wondering, will he be able to recover if the Emancipator goes full crazy board like we?
There is the Nibiru, like we said. Any Nibirus in chat? Any Nibirus?
So this is what I mentioned yesterday, as I mentioned about Nibiru, how I don't think it's the best, but I do think when it's comboed with a lot of interruption, it is very powerful, because I don't think he might not be able to come back from this.
Well, he hasn't used Researcher yet, so that is definitely something to take into consideration here.
For sure. Like, I feel like
look at that wall of Nibiru emotes. I love it, boys. Keep it going. I want to see more Nibirus in chat. Researcher is probably going to do enough to be able to get him back in this game through that Nibiru. Especially because he did not whiff. Oh, wait, no, he did.
Yeah, it looks like he
did whiff.
Yikes. Ooh.
So, I don't know that Adamancipator can come back now.
Yeah. That was a really well-timed Nibiru, especially after all the interruptions that he had to play through, so...
Yeah, for sure. And honestly, chat, you guys all said that, oh, Nibiru does nothing here. He still has Researcher. Now we see the flaw in this deck. The RNG is not always on their side. Researcher did whiff there, and there's not much that he can do outside of that. He's done every other effect, I think. Yes, he's indeed activated all of his tuner effects, meaning that he's not going to be able to extend very far unless he has some kind of, like, awesome extender like a Monster Reborn.
And I think too, like what we were talking about the RNG yesterday about this deck is really powerful because a lot of people can ratio craft to be able to always hit things. However, there is still that little low percentage that you might not hit what you need, and especially going into game 2 and 3 where your side deck is involved. This is why it's important not to overside, guys. Mess up your ratios and then therefore whiff like we saw here.
Now, at the same time, it may not be over still because he does still have access to his block dragon in the graveyard. So that's something to think about. He can definitely try to set up for next turn. So we do see the block dragon is probably. It looks like it is gonna come out now. We do have a Gigantus here. Yeah, so he is able to extend still, so that's still pretty good. We may have discounted Adamancipator when we shouldn't have.
For sure. I mean, no, I honestly don't underestimate this deck at all. It can play through so much. Like, you've seen this, like, he's still playing. Most people would have scooped to that board, and he's still here. So, yeah, for crazy. Sure. It goes on IP, and then Block Dragon comes back.
To answer your question about how do rogue decks beat these decks, the answer is play these decks. That's how rogue decks beat these decks.
Hey, I'm going to find a way, guys.
Hey, I have Red Block Dragon. I just don't know how to read. I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh player.
Okay, so it looks like he just ends there. So he has an interruption here with IP Masquerena. Well, he can send off those Block Dragon on his opponent's turn, and then plus with Block Dragon again. And here we see the Scarlet activated, getting him another Lord. So here's the one thing about Eldlich. They can't really just like kill you immediately. Can, but it's like a little bit more things that they have to do first. So slow setup here might be his downfall of him being able to come back from it.
Is that the Triff Gaming in chat?
We got Triff, the Pension God, in chat.
Triff Gaming in chat. What's up, buddy? How's it going? Any ants in chat? Any ants?
I know what Triff is thinking. This deck sucks. It's not Pendulum. It's not the best deck.
All I'm saying, Triff, is I don't see any Pendulum in the top 8, so it might not be the best deck after all.
No, Triff, you should join, and then you can be in the top 8 next time.
Yes.
How we solve that problem. Okay, so let's see here. So what is he gonna do? It looks like he's viewing his extra deck, so we can see that on this digital platform.
Wait a second.
Doing that, but if this was in real life, I guess we would see him sifting through his extra deck right now.
Yeah, for sure. So it does look like our third commentator, Kyler from No Tier Gaming, has joined us. Welcome back, man.
Hey there. How's everything going? I actually just got a match here and everything.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this has been a crazy match. We've seen a lot of back and forth here, but I don't know that Eldlich is going to be able to out this this giant token that he gave.
Oh, do you guys see in the chat? He says the token has
9,200 attack.
That is insane.
And 10,300 defense.
That's insane.
Oh no, Triff is definitely frozen again. He posted about it inside on Facebook recently.
Yeah, he said that he's probably going to join next week, but he always forgets. I mean, you can sign up right now, Triff. You can make it happen. You can come show us that Pendulum is the best deck.
Sure. I mean, we've seen so many players in these tournaments. I'm going to definitely be playing next week as well.
Oh, he's still frozen from DB. Just kidding.
Oh.
Oops. Well, sorry about that, Triff.
Maybe next time. So, okay, here comes the Unicorn. This is the play I was talking about. So, he interrupts his opponent with the Unicorn, then being able to send a Block Dragon, and plus again with Block Dragon.
It's looking like this game is pretty much over at this point.
I mean, what does he really do? I mean, let's see. Engrave, what does he have? Does have a Lord and does have a Conquistador and a Scarlet. So, I mean, we can see him plus a little bit, but not really enough. It's a little slow against this advantage that just the Rock guy just rolled into.
Yeah, it's looking really rough for Bear Power here. We did see him lose game 1, but yeah, game 2's not looking like it's going much better. So it looks like chat is really rooting for Triff. Triff says he's unbanned on Friday, so he may be able to play in next week's 10K. Commentated by Simo and MBT. So it's going to be a good time. Make sure you guys follow on Twitch and subscribe on YouTube so you can see when they go live. And if you want to be able to check out the VODs from this weekend and for next weekend and any of the other Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments that we have going on, consider dropping your Twitch Prime. Any primers in chat? Any primers?
Hey guys.
If you drop your Twitch Prime, you get access to really cool emotes as well as access to all the VODs before they go up on YouTube. So you may be getting some content that you're not going to actually get on YouTube. So that's definitely a benefit there.
Thank you, hee hee ha ha, and YouTube chat. He said Jam really knows the game and very good commentation. Thank you. I hope you guys enjoy this commentation from both of us, and it's gonna be dope next week when we get Simo and MBT up here. So you guys, if up and play, like everybody should be playing right now to keep the game going and alive while we're in this quarantine.
Absolutely. Now we are going to see that Unicorn get attacked over by the Golden Lord. And then we're going to see a Link summon coming from the Eldlich player, and he's going to make Cerberus to out the token, but I don't think that's going to be enough. With everything that he just added off of the block drag in this turn, he's still got a lot that he's got to do. He is going to be able to reset some trap cards here, but I don't know. I genuinely don't know if it's going to be enough here, because we're going to see a White Destiny and a Sanguine being set.
It's kind of what I just said, like in the beginning of this turn, is that he has resources, but it's a little bit slow. Like, usually is good enough in a grind game, but it doesn't really grind because now Rock Guy is about to pop off, and I don't think that was enough. I agree with you. I don't think it was enough. Like, he cleared the field cool, but watch it come right back.
Yeah, that token was so big that it was threatening lethal anyway. So he made the right play there to be able to out that giant token, so he wasn't just going to lose to it.
My issue with what he did is I'm surprised he didn't go for the Styles Palace Jangradai. That would have cleared the token and also burned his opponent for 1,000 and wouldn't have left him with such a weak monster on board, or at least he should have made a leave afterwards. Now I see that he's playing the combo variant. We saw yesterday from so many people, but I still think they do usually keep at least 2 ranked 10s in their extra deck.
Yeah, but the problem is Nibiru's a level 11.
Oh, Jangradai can't clear it? Oh,
wait, Nibiru?
Yeah, he can't overlay.
He's 11?
Oh,
I thought he was 10. Wait, 1, 2, 3.
No, he's indeed 11.
Oh, you're so right. Wow, I thought he was a 10 all this time.
Yep.
Yeah,
See,
so
this just goes to show that nobody actually reads cards, including commentators.
Right? It's an easy mistake.
I messed it up earlier, so that's fine.
Like we said, when we saw the Grand Maju match, there's so many people that will literally just run into Golden Castle without reading it, and then their monsters get destroyed, and they're like, what happened?
Yeah, unfortunately, we did not see Grand Maju make it into top 8 this weekend. It was close, but there wasn't enough people.
I was so rooting for Maju. As you guys watch my channel, I'm a rogue player, so I love just like rogue strategies. I thought Maju had it. Close.
Yeah, no, and it really came down to there wasn't enough people subscribing with their Twitch Primes to be able to push Grand Maju over. We can assume that the more Twitch Primes that we actually had during the Grand Maju match would have gave him enough power to be able to come back and win that match, but unfortunately there wasn't enough.
Yeah, so here we go, seeing the standards combos again, and I say standard with quotation marks because there is no real standard with this Emancipator deck, because it depends what you hit off of their excavations, and it just takes your plays from there. So, but either way, he has 3 monsters on board, and it's looking really nice for him right now, especially because we know what these sets are on Bear Power's field.
Yeah, he's definitely doesn't have the disruption to stop this, so his real only goal is to stop dying, or stop himself from dying here, which, I mean, he'll at least have a token in the Cerberus to protect him. And obviously I haven't been watching this game, but it looks like he's pretty heavily committed already with the Adamancipator deck towards some of his extenders like Masquerena and Raptite and the Hauji 5-Rex.
Yeah, we have seen it go a little bit back and forth, being Nibiru on the last turn for Adamancipators. It really didn't swing things out of his favor for the most part, because what ended up happening is the Eldlich player ended up losing a lot of his resources at the same time.
Yeah, so here he shotguns both of them. It looks like he wants to put out his Golden Lords before any negates stop him from doing so, but Again, I don't know if this is really enough to like block all the damage that he's about to receive. It's pretty beefy though, so maybe
Dragite go.
Dragite did actually not clear any monsters, so like he will most likely survive until the next turn.
That may be.
Yeah.
He whiffed it completely, only hit spells.
That's the second time he has whiffed in this match.
That's what we were talking about, the ratio. So yeah, if you guys don't know, Dragite, the blue one, I just call it the blue out of this deck. So yeah, it can bounce like a Brionek all your cards if you were to hit rock cards with the excavations. We saw him hit all spells, so that's why nothing goes through here. So now he says he's thinking, because I think he was kind of lying on that bounce there to like just go for game right there. Now he has to actually work hard to beat over these Golden Lords.
I mean, I think for the most part, he should still be in the game. I mean, he has his own Cerberus to clear one of them, most likely. A lot of people play that card in there, so he'll get to clear off that if he's able to get some hand advantage. Otherwise, he does still just go into Savage, and I think he's able to pretty much just contest the board where there's not much the Eldlich player can draw that would put him back into it, even off just a single Savage.
That's very true. It's very true. You know, I did say Dragite go brrr. Well, instead, Dragite go whiff. That's what ended up happening there. It is crazy that, like, even through these, like, bad RNG, the Adamancipator, I can't even talk today.
Okay, that's, like, hard to say.
Adamancipator player has been able to just stay in this game and be able to threaten a lot of damage and a lot of just, like, crazy boards, even through all of this bad RNG.
I think the main thing is that block dragon means even with bad RNG, if you can get to that block dragon, you resolve his effect on both players' turns, and then on your own again, you're just up ahead in so much advantage that there's not really much your opponent can do to recover it. And then you thin out your deck so much, you're going to be drawing those power spell and trap cards that can help you control the game.
Here comes the Savage.
Yep, Savage is going to come down, and it is going to be able to equip the Nightmare Unicorn, giving him 3 Omni Negates as well as an 1100 attack boost.
Ouch. Yeah, like right here, he's already strong enough to clear over both of these Golden Lords with the blue one in Savage.
We're probably going to see a Dweller with both Lords cleared, and then the Cerberus cleared, and he's going to have no resources left. Because as soon as the Dweller activates, he can't use either Golden Lord's effects. And that pretty much seals the game because there's nothing he can activate at that point. He's got to deal with 2 negates and no graveyard resources.
Absolutely. This game is looking very, very, very hard to come back from.
Yeah, well, this goes to show again, you guys who watch my channel, I preach this very often. The best way to play this game is to not let your opponent play this game. And we see with all of these negates about to be put up like this, and him clearing the field, there will be no way that he can play the game after this. Like, nothing will break this board.
Absolutely.
My favorite quote is from a deck profile that Hanko Chow did, where he was playing that Utopia. I think it was the Utopia F-Zero.
double package. Oh yeah, F-Zero.
Yeah, the one that negates everything. Yeah, the one that negates everything.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody said any Shadow decks. No.
No,
there's no Shadow decks. It is a mess of Adamancipator and Eldlich.
The main problem with Shadow right now is that they're really good plays, and like the way they kind of stun the board is completely shut off by the Golden Lord being in hand. That window is not going to be stopping Eldlich at all, and that matchup is so prominent right now. I think we're looking at about like 40-40 on the matchups, and there's just no way they can compete.
Yep, so that is going to be the game. Actually, Dagger does take game 2 with a very decisive 2-0 victory over Bear Power in our top 8 match.
Wow. It was crazy how he broke through that turn 1 board. It was interesting. This deck is super powerful, man.
Hey everyone, if you're enjoying the coverage of the Pro Play Tour online series, just remember, you can play in one yourself. Every Thursday you can enter our free weekly 64-player tournament with invites to the entire Top Cut. Every Saturday is our weekend championship, where you can enter a YCS-type event with 100% payout and even a cash payout option. The more players, the bigger the prizes. Can't commit time to play in our one-day events? We also host multiple 8-man pods daily, ready to fire on demand on your own schedule. All these events award invites to our free invite-only Players Championship, May 9th through 10th, with prizes supplied by our sponsors. For more information, visit ppgeventmanagement.com and come play with the pros.